Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video of mine, and today we're doing another theory on Rise of the Guardians. You can't stop me from doing these, so let's get into it. Alright guys, this is the third time we've covered Rise of the Guardians here on the channel. The original time we covered How Fast Can Jack Fly? And then just yesterday we covered... What did we cover again? And then yesterday, we covered where all the missing characters from the books were in the movie. But today, we're going to do something a little bit different and not focus on anything from the books. Today, we're going to be focusing on a movie-only character, Jamie. Now, just a quick refresher. Jamie Bennett is the main mortal protagonist of the movie Rise of the Guardians. He is the very first one to see Jack Frost and is a major key in helping defeat Pitch Black. But that's not what I'm focusing on today. Today, I'm going to read in between the lines and find something that, to my knowledge, no one else has ever thought about before, or at least not out loud. And guys, what I found is not only both shocking, but it's also actually really sad. So, without further ado, let's get into the theory. But before that, maybe like, subscribe if you like this video, comment who's your favorite Rise of the Guardians character. Now let's get on to the theory. Basically, my theory stems from 3 small scenes in the movie, all starring Jamie. The first one is where Jamie gets hit by a couch after sledding on the road. Play the clip.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah!
Jamie, are you alright? Whoa! Did you see that? It was amazing! I did a jump and then I slid under.
Whoops.
Oh! Cool, a tooth!
The second scene is where Jamie falls off a ladder, which he was using in order to find Easter eggs. No, he did not find any, in case you're wondering. And the third scene is where Jamie is having a snowball fight with all of his friends and the Guardians just after beating Pitch. Well, the main thing they have in common is that in them, Jamie should be feeling extreme pain in each and every one of these scenes, but in all of them, he doesn't even show any sort of physical distress. I mean, think about those scenes. How do you think you would feel if you were hit by a speeding couch that hit you hard enough to knock out your tooth? Or if you fell off the top of a ladder? Or if you had to walk barefoot in the snow? I'm sorry I had to show you my feet for that, but I wanted to prove a point. Now, I know this could just be some oversight on the storymaker's part, but I want to find an in-universe reason why none of this stuff affects Jamie, because any one of these things could do serious damage to a person, or even hospitalize them if it's too serious. And unfortunately, there's a real-world example of stuff like this happening, and it's called congenital insensitivity to pain, or CIP. The first ever recorded case of CIP was recorded in 1932 in New York when a 54-year-old man told his doctor that as a child he was once impaled with an axe but then was able to run home right afterwards while having the axe inside. And with this starting point, several more cases throughout the years would be diagnosed. People with CIP can do normal things like sweat and have shivers when it's cold outside, but there are cases of people with CIP that can't even feel the cold or any kind of pain, no matter how intense it is. And this leads me to believe that someone like Jamie could have something like CIP, and possibly even his friends. Because while we were shown Jamie not showing any shoes while in the snow or in the ice, 2 of his friends are also in the same boat. They were not wearing any shoes either, which leads me to believe that they might have also gotten CIP, and this is how they met Jamie. Now, the odds of catching CIP are incredibly low. Some have estimated that it's about 1 in 125 million. So the fact that 3 of them could end up living in the exact same city are very small. But there is a chance. And if it's alright, I'd like to take this one step further to prove even more the theory that Jamie is the descendant of Jack's sister, Mary. Don't believe me? Watch this clip.
Alright. What's your turn? 1. That's it. 2, 3.
Now, although that clip might seem beautiful at first, there is one thing that I see most people overlook. Jack literally used his staff to grab his sister by the waist and then fling her halfway across a lake. Like, how did she not get hurt by that? Sure, we only see her for a few seconds afterwards, but come on, you gotta say ow or something at least. Granted, Jack's sister having SIP does not have a huge amount of viability to it. I mean, sure, Jack was able to walk bare feet on ice when he was still immortal, but I'm pretty sure that was just because he was too focused on saving his sister to notice the pain, or to even acknowledge it. Although I think there was enough evidence for me to talk about. But what do you guys think? Do you think this theory is true? Do you think I'm still nuts? What are you gonna think about tomorrow's 50-50 challenge finale? I'll say that 5 times fast. But still, be sure to like, subscribe, comment what you think, and until tomorrow, goodbye.